All right, so this is skill 3.5 where we're graphing and making tables of absolute value functions. We're given the equation. Here's the equation. All right, so the first thing I want to look at is my vertex. Now my vertex, remember, I take what's paired with x and I flip it. So in this case, it's +2, so I make it -2. Another way to think about it is if I were to put -2 into x, that'd be -2 + 2, and it makes this whole value 0 inside my absolute value. All right. Now for the y, I just look outside of it, this value right here, and I keep it. I do not flip the y. So this becomes -2, comma 3 is my vertex, and that's where I'm going to start. So -2, comma 3, which is right here. All right. So then I look at my slope. And my slope is this -5, 3, and it works a lot like slope does for lines, with one difference. Like it's less like one line and more like it's going to be kind of branching out. So what this means is I'm going to count down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, and then I'm going to go left and right. So this bottom number 3 tells me how much I'm going to go to the left and the right. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 to the right and plot a point, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 to the left and plot a point. And you'll notice this is a symmetrical graph. So when I plot the points, remove all the arrows, like this, we'll see that those 2 points are on the same level. And that will kind of continue. And from here, I'll kind of continue this pattern where I'll go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then right 1, 2, 3, like this, and plot another point. And then here, I'll go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then left 1, 2, 3, right here, and plot a point. And then we could keep going, but we kind of run out of room. Since I'm drawing on an Apple pen, I'm just gonna like draw the line, but you could also use, don't forget to use like the line function. You can use that to kind of line it up. But oh, that's not what I meant to do. Oops. Yeah, let's do like this. Yeah, so then we draw, and then you make sure you add arrow because it's going to keep going. Now, I actually find it helpful to do the graph first, and then start with the table. Now, with the table, my vertex is always going to be this middle point, and so it's going to be -2, 3. Now, it tells us that we should always have whole numbers. And I look once again at my denominator to count up how many from -2 I go. So -2 plus 3, since it's 3, I'm going to do like +3, and I'm going to get 1, and then I do another +3, and I get 4, and then I do another +3, and I get 7, like that. And so that's how I figure out the x's. All right. Going backwards, it would be the same, but in reverse. In this case, I'm going to do -3, and I get -5, and I do -3, and I get -8, and I do -3, and I get -11. All right. I'm going to erase this to make it clear, but once again, we're using that bottom number, right, that I talked about right here, that bottom number of our slope to kind of figure that out. For the y's, we can actually use the top number of the slope. And now, in this case, it's -5, so we're going to be going -5 in both directions. So this would be -5, so that's -2. This would be -5, so that's -7. And this would be -5, so -13. Now, the beauty is once I've calculated 1, I'm also going to go -5 here. Well, 3 minus 5 is just -2. -2 minus 5 is -7. -7 minus 5 is -13. Another pattern you should see, if your vertex is truly in the middle. I accidentally erased my vertex, but it's all right. Write it back in. Vertex. If your vertex is truly in the middle, we'll switch up colors. You should see like the y's on either side are the same, like -7, -7, -2, -2, -13, -13, like that. And that's it. I'm done.